Hello students, in this video we are going to learn how to recognize the type of graph from a table. To recognize if a function is linear, quadratic, which one you know the graph is a parabola, or exponential without any equation or graph, look at the differences of the y values between successive integral x values. If the difference is constant, the graph is linear. If the difference is not constant, but the second set of differences are constant, the graph is quadratic. If the differences follow a pattern similar to the y values, the graph is exponential. Let's see the examples below for clarity. On the example number 1, as you can tell, I say linear. Based on each table, we are going to go now identify the shape of the graph. Let's take a look on this example. Now, the differences in y values, let's go from here to here. You subtract the second value minus the first value. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So here it looks like I'm adding 1. So here the difference in the y values is always 1, and this is a constant. The graph is linear and is verified down here, as you can see on the right. So we can get here a big conclusion that linear functions have changes on the y plus 1, which one is called a common difference. It's called common because it's common in all the values of y, as in difference because you subtract the second value minus the first value. Now let's take a look in the second table, quadratic. If you use the first difference in y values and you go 1 minus 4 is negative 3, 0 minus 1 is negative 1, 1 minus 0 is 1. You can tell that this is not a constant, so you cannot make a decision about what kind of function is that right now. But if you go in the second difference, let's go take a look. If you subtract negative 1 minus 3, which one is negative 1 plus 3, the difference is 2. 1 minus 1, which one you add, 1 plus 1, the difference is 2. So it looks like the graph is quadratic and is verified at the right. The third graph, as you can tell, is exponential graph. Let's see what's going on in the exponential graphs. The difference in the y values follow a pattern similar to the y values. As you can tell, if you take the second value and divide by the first value, and you can move on, 2 divide by, 1 divide by 1.5, or you go 2 divide by 1, and that gives you 2, and here gives you 2, and 4 divide by 2 gives you 2. So it looks like in this case we are multiplying by 2. In this case, we have a pattern similar to the y values. The graph is called exponential and is verified at the right. The y-intercept here in this case is 1, you can tell. The difference pattern was exactly the same as the y values. And this common is called common ratio because you find the common ratio by taking the second value and dividing by the first value. So in this lesson, we learn how to recognize the type of graphs from a table. So I am reviewing one more time. Based on each table, we can identify what kind of function is that. If the difference in the y values is a constant, we are dealing with a linear function. If the second difference in the graph is a constant, we are dealing with a quadratic function, and these are always common differences. But in the exponential function, if you divide the second by the first one and you find the same common, is called common ratio. In our case, it's times 2 times 2 times 2. Then we are dealing with the exponential function. And you have all the graphs down that are graphed based on this table. Thank you.